Show me on the technologies.
What have we here? Oh. Oh, it's a cool cave. This is basically a tree of poison ivy. It's actually a dead tree with a vine growing on it, but it's a good way to get ivy eye. Don't want that. Also, check out the trail. It's pretty overgrown. Definitely gonna have to do some tick checking tonight. Well, 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 back on trail. So after the incredible trail magic from Orion and hiking with him for a while, he was kind enough to take us to Resupply and pick it up for us. So huge thanks to Orion. That was extremely kind. And then he took us down to Harrisburg to stay with some of Tara's friends from when she lived in Harrisburg. And we had a really nice stay there, got to recover a little bit and get our muscles back into shape and ready for the trail again, and just get out of that heat wave for a little bit, which was nice. And I will say we're at that point now where kind of sore feet and sore muscles are just part of it for the next stretch until they build up and get to recover some more. This happens in every through hike. You get to that point where your body's not recovering as fast and you're just sore for like a month or something. We'll see how this goes. But anyways, got into Harrisburg, had a chance to get the video uploaded, and had a really nice time hanging out with Patsy and Dave. And so another big thanks goes out to Patsy and Dave for hosting us and putting up with us, hanging out. It was a lot of fun to get to meet them, and they're really cool people. The temperatures are feeling incredible now. We're in a cold front. Technically, it's not that cold, but it's like 75 and breezy. It rained while we were down there, so everything's a little cooler out, and it is muddy and the plants are all wet, but that's kind of nice. It's a refreshing change from oppressive heat. We are in full-on Pennsylvania rock mode. Oh, wait a minute, look out.
Joby only ever walks like that when he's doing video on the gimbal.
That guy was carrying a huge load, and almost like a couple of those kids had a piece of firewood strapped to the bottom of each of their packs. What are they teaching the kids these days?
Yes, please.
Well, that sounds nice.
Fish and chips?
Welcome to the 501 shelter, just off of Highway 501. This place is basically a hostel. There's recycling, you can order a pizza here, bunks, and check out this skylight. Oh!
So cute.
This is what toes look like after walking through mud all day. Today, for lunch, we have leftover Chipotle. Looks great. Probably will be pretty good though. $1,200 miles. We are night hiking tonight. So back in town, Tara and I talked a little bit about upping our pace because we're feeling pretty good body-wise and muscle-wise. Today, even though we got a late start coming out of town, we should get somewhere over 20 miles and that much closer to a steady pace that will help us get to Katahdin before the end of September and start the flip as early as we can. So this is actually the trail right now. The trail is the water source. The trail is a pond. Gotta say, when I was thinking about night hiking, this was not what I was expecting. Yeah, well, we ended up doing 21 miles and 21.1, if that makes a difference to you.
It does.
And we have wet shoes now. The trail was literally just a creek, actually. and it still is.
Foggy.
Probably still will be tomorrow, so we'll have some wet feet, but that's okay. Dinner is finally ramen, my absolute favorite trail meal that I've never gotten tired of, so I'm excited. Digging a leave no trace hole in Pennsylvania is very tough, but it must be done. There's no better feeling than putting on wet socks and wet shoes in the morning. Said no one ever. We're coming to you live with Tara, who is having her first coconut cream pie of the trail. Tara, can you tell us, how is this cream pie treating you? Yes, I see. Is it going to fuel you for the day?
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you, Tara. Go. Whoa. We're getting close to Port Clinton, but I figured I'd stop for a little lunch snack at this nice little view here. Today I'm doing pita chips with peanut butter and honey. It is always essential during a break to let your wet shoes and wet socks, if they are wet, dry out. And let your feet dry out. Ooh, it's looking a little rough. One thing I'm noticing on my shoes, and these are not brand new shoes. I think I used these at the end of the CDT and then throughout my time in Colorado. But you can see, and I could feel it today on Pennsylvania rocks, they are getting a little low on the tread. They're starting to slip around a lot. And that one's not so bad, but this one is blown out already on the side. So it's looking like I'm gonna need new shoes pretty soon. Definitely not gonna do it until I'm out of the Pennsylvania rocks and maybe into New York possibly, but I do need to do it soon, that's for sure. This is one of those downhills that destroys your knees.
You don't know me.
You don't know knee. Check out this big old chunk of coal. All right, we made our way into the Microtel Inn in Hamburg, PA, after coming down that super steep, knee-busting climb into Port Clinton. And down here, we're gonna head to the Cabela's for some gear stuff and to the Walmart to resupply for the next stretch and just get a little relaxation in for our torn up feet from all these rocks and mud. Oh, and tonight we're gonna go meet Mihap's parents who live not too far from here, so that should be awesome.
Those boys were smart, and it took some mighty fine woodsmanship to get them with a bow and arrow.
So not only did we have a really nice night and great dinner with Mihap's parents, they also left us with this incredible resupply. Thank y'all. This is awesome. Hotel laundry. Just another chore to do. It's a new day. We are refreshed. We have plenty of food.
Look at this. Wow.
And we're gonna hit up the Chinese buffet here in Hamburg and get back on trail. Okay, well, we successfully hitched back to Port Clinton and we're back on trail now. You can see Tara has a full bag of chips, as do I. Yeah, it's a little later in the day after lunch. What is it? 3:18, so it's a late start. But with the shopping and the Chinese buffet, it kind of took us a little longer to get out on trail, but that's fine.
Walk like everywhere. Probably did 3 miles already.
Yeah, Hamburg is a lot of walking, but it was good food. Up, up, up we go. Back to the ridge from whence we came. So now that that steep climb is over, I figured I would share a little story with y'all. 7 years ago, way back when I was on the AT around this area in 2012, I was hiking north and I was not quite to Port Clinton, which we just came out of, but I was getting close. And I had just gotten fed up with I had a little Snow Peak titanium spork, I think it was, and I was getting fed up with using that to dig down into the bottom of pasta sides or like a Ziploc of ramen or something like that. And I had seen some friends using long-handled spoons and sporks, and I was like, all right, I'm making the switch, it's time. When I got into Port Clinton, I took the shuttle over to the Cabela's, which you once again saw. That was where we were touring around with like the aquarium and stuff with Mihap's parents. It was a lot of fun. It's such a crazy place. But anyways, took the shuttle down into town to there, went up to their kind of crappy backpacking section, and shining before my eyes was an Optimus long-handled titanium spoon with a polished bowl. And I knew that was the one. So I picked it up there, sent my old spoon home, and finished the trail with that spoon, finished the PCT with that spoon, finished the CDT with that spoon, and once again, I'm back on the AT with the very same spoon, and it made its way back to the Cabela's where it came from. Kind of corny, but I just thought it was kind of cool that that spoon has now come full circle and that it's been with me for so long. Luckily, I haven't lost it. For those people that say titanium is overpriced or not worth it, I say depends how long you use it for. Welcome to Pulpit Rock. Look at this little strip of rock just coming right up the mountain.
Another trail. Oh, it's weird, but we're supposed to kill it.
So apparently these are invasive.
Yeah, let me show the picture.
Just a hiker enjoying the view. Oh wait.
You don't know me. It's about the fly. I feel bad about not killing it.
Well, as you can see, it's getting to be pretty dark. So we're gonna do some night hiking tonight, at least for a couple more miles, and get to the Pinnacle, where we'll set up camp and hopefully have a sunrise view. We'll see. I think it's facing east. The Pinnacle.
Is that their eyeballs?
Girl.
Oh, hi. Oh, little mouse.
Oh, hi, all the wildlife. We should do something big with our food.
It's not too much to see right now. Hopefully we'll get a nice sunrise though. It's time for dinner.
That's good.
Dinner tonight is some sort of lentil and noodle soup with mashed potatoes to thicken it up. Pretty good. Not great, not bad. First sunrise on the AT.